Hello guys, so today I'm trying to narrate a real life murder story, and this story is famously known as 44 Days of Hell. So, this story belongs to a girl named Junko Furuta, who was 16 years old, and she's from Japan. So this girl Junko, she's a very sweet girl, very kind girl, and she used to do a part-time job along with studies. And there used to be a guy who was named Hiroshi. Yeah, Hiroshi Miyano, his name is, and he proposed her or kind of asked her out, and she rejected him. So this guy, he really got frustrated and wanted to take revenge because he couldn't take it that she rejected him. And also there is a crime organization, like a gangster type group, who are named Yakuza. Famous in Japan. They are famous in Japan for their criminal activities and their criminal deeds basically. So this guy has many strong connections with this criminal gang. So what he decided to do was kidnap her and abduct her kind of. So one day when she was returning from her part-time job, they made a man run into her and make her fall from her bike or a cycle, or the cycle that she was riding basically. She fell down. Then this Hiroshi comes and he offers to help her to walk her home. And since he was her classmate, she trusted him, and she agreed to walk home with him, along with him. But he has already planned to abduct her along with his three friends, and they are called, they have this really long Japanese names which which are hardly hard to pronounce basically. So I'm cutting their names into short forms, like I'm taking their second names basically. One guy is named Minato, one guy is named Joe, and the other guy is named Yasushi. So they are all between 16 to 18 years of age. So this guy Hiroshi, along with Joe, Minato, and Yasushi, kidnaps this girl Junko, and they so basically these guys are very rich, so they take that girl to one of their guest houses which one of the guy's parents owned, and they rape her and they beat her brutally. So it but before this they made forcefully made her call the parents, and they made her tell them that she is out with friends by her will, so that they won't file a police complaint against them. So she did, because she was kidnapped and frightened. So after sexually assaulting her, beating her, everything, and they thought it would be a good idea somehow to kidnap her and keep her to themselves, not letting her go within one day. So they decided to take her to one of the guy's parents home, the second guy, I think Minato's home. And they made the girl call her parents forcefully and made her tell that she is in love with this guy Hiroshi, and she happily wants to run away with this guy and do not search for her. But the parents already knew that she was being kept hostage. The parents knew that the girl was in trouble, but they cannot do anything because the guy had connections with the criminal gang. So these fellows made the girl raped from more than 100 men in these 44 days, more than 500 times brutally. And also this story makes me really sad to even imagine process that I have read many articles, I have seen many YouTube videos regarding this story, but I did not want to tell every kind of torture they did to that girl, just because I don't want to ruin your day, guys. So basically, to say, uh, they kind of inserted glass bottles into her private areas and tried to torture her that way. Scissors, iron bars, glass bottles, etc., etc. They used to beat her every day, abuse her every day, every kind of thing. And that poor girl was suffering for many days, and no one even tried to rescue her because of the fear of that yakuza criminal gang. And there is a talk that they even burned her eyelids. So if you go on Google and search 44 days of hell, and if you go to images, you can see a picture of her dead body up to here, and her eyes were completely like this big, and they look burned kind of. And there is a talk that these guys brutally burned her eyelids too. And the finally, after these 44 days, 44 days of hell, so I'm guessing this thing happened on the 43rd day. So what they did was, they conducted a game basically. And this brilliant girl, she was a very smart girl, and she beat the girl, she beat the guys. So basically she won and the guys lost, and they were not able to process that thought that they lost to the girl. And they poured fuel, kerosene onto her legs and burnt her alive. They also burned her many times, but not to death, just on legs, hands, eyelids, on several parts of body. At this time, she can't even stand, she can't even speak, she completely lost control over her body. So basically, this last day, what they did was they tortured her till death. They did not kill her, they beat her till death, that she couldn't take it anymore, she couldn't process it anymore, and she gave up. Which means, they they hanged her from ceiling many times, but did not choke her to death. They removed her. Basically, they were enjoying to torture her. So finally, after she gave up and she passed away, they threw her body in a big drum and threw the drum away, and there was no clue. And after a year, so she was abducted on 25th of November 1988, and she was found dead on January 4th, 1989. So after 44 days, they threw her body on a concrete drum. So after all these, and the surprising thing is that the guys who kidnapped her and did all these brutal things to her, they did not even get proper punishment, proper sentence, because they were minors. So the main guy, the guy who proposed her, the guy who wanted to take revenge to her, he got only 20 years of sentence. He was out, and the parents were basically so rich that they got him on bail out very soon. And the other three guys were sentenced only 7 years. Imagine, they brutally raped her and killed her for 44 days. They held a girl, a teenage girl, hold hostage for 44 days, and they get away with a 7 years in prison. That too in a lavish way, in a very rich kind of luxurious way. And that is the story. The victims are sorry, not the victim, she's dead. The criminals, they are out now, and they haven't stopped doing anything. They haven't they have been doing many other stuff. They have kidnapped many other girls, they have killed many other girls, but no one has the gut to go against them or do something to them. Every time they go to jail, they come on bail out again, and they do things to other people. There have been many criminal complaints against them, but they just don't care, because they are very rich and can get away with it very very easily. So this is the story of Junko Furuta. She's a really pretty girl. I hope her soul rest in peace. And you guys can go check out her images on YouTube or Google. So this was the story time. I tried to narrate it. Let me know if I should do more stories like this, or just let me know what you think about this, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.